Good morning, Magic 100 listeners and viewers on Forsyth Cable. This is the Reporter on the Air. How's that sound? Reporter on the Air.
Well, I got to interject one thing before you get going.
Okay, don't forget to look at the camera so they see your sparkling eyes.
I'm talking to you.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I forgot. Oh, okay, yeah. This is to this Venner person that talked about me wearing shorts. Well, I got on shorts today.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to let you go ahead
and
get your event going.
If that's going to get their panties in a wad, at least let's get it on the table.
I'm wearing panties too. Underwear.
Wadded panties. And we've just been joined by our third member of our team, Richard Dumas. So we'll have the full.
I told you to lock the door.
Our listeners and viewers will get full broadcasting excellence today. The full panel, full throttle, all the way to the top. Best public affairs show in Monroe County. Glad you're here, Richard.
None of us are wearing shorts today.
Well, actually,
yes,
they
I'm
are.
wearing shorts.
Yes. So
you wearing shorts today, Richard?
No, I'm not. My mom thought I was the culprit in that vent about us, but I said I thought that was you. I was the one who mentioned the bar.
Richard, since you got long pants on, would you walk over to the camera and make sure all three of us are in view? It looks like it's pointed a little more at Don.
I think it is.
I know. I'm the star of the show.
Well, you are, and that's perfectly appropriate. But you know, Richard is single, and there's a lot of young ladies that watch this show. And
hey, has this television show helped your love life, Richard?
Not yet. I'm still waiting.
Well, I tell you what, you need to go down there and go start hanging out at Walmart.
Well, I thought the vendor said that
I mentioned going to a bar.
Yeah, I was going to say,
mention going to a bar.
We've encouraged that too much already.
No more.
Well, folks,
we can't go to a bar because it offends those people that just stay at home and get drunk.
That's right.
All right, good.
Well, the big stories this week.
Just turned the channel.
both of our viewers. We've had quite a week, and I don't know about you guys. You know, we're humans are funny creatures. We get bored with the routine, but then when the routine breaks, like it has this week, I'm glad to be back in the routine because Hurricane Irma.
Well, stop. Being the editor of a weekly newspaper, there is never a routine.
That's a good point.
That's probably
never a routine.
You never know what's going to hit the fan.
Or you would never have a headline.
That's right. That's why we love what we do.
All right.
And we do it for peanuts because we enjoy the job. But I want to know something. Don, you're pretty well read and pretty intelligent. Did you understand the headline of this week's paper?
No.
You didn't?
No.
Okay. I guess you had to watch. Yeah. You had to watch Medea.
You got your headlines. That headline doesn't relate to anybody.
Well, that's not true. Somebody on Facebook has been singing our praises. They love that headline.
I thought it was alright. I was fine with it.
Richard and I grappled with headlines and just couldn't find anything. And this.
Yeah, I know you grapple with headlines.
This is kind of what we settled with.
Well, you know,
oh, gosh.
I've got a good one for the tax trial. I've been waiting for you.
Oh, okay. Should we talk about it? Let's wait till we're off the air.
Is it over, Richard?
No, jury just went out.
No verdicts yet.
No verdict.
Did you get closing arguments?
Tail end.
Oh, good. So you kind of know what the arguments are.
I already knew.
We've heard those
before. I already knew what the argument.
Which one?
The argument is very simple. I don't want to pay county taxes.
No, don't ask me to. I have no idea.
If you were on the jury,
property, I have no clue.
What would you have done?
I don't know. I didn't hear the whole thing.
I don't think anybody on the jury is smarter than you. So what would you have done?
I didn't hear enough of it to know. Like I know what their arguments are, but I don't
Their
know
argument is very simple.
I don't know how property is evaluated anyway.
Can you predict? You predict one of these, folks? Let's bring you up to speed. The largest property owners in Monroe County for almost 10 years, Don, have been appealing their 2008.
Why don't you tell them some of the property who they are?
Otis Ingram, the Newton family, the Hardin family, the Wright family, the Vaughns. I mean, these are the people that used to run this county.
That's true.
You know, these are the people.
They're still trying to.
Well, they've gone from trying to run it to just want to be left alone and get a decent.
No. They don't want to pay their fair share of taxes.
Yeah. Well, their argument is that their agricultural timberland was assessed at a value that would be accurate if it was a subdivision property rather than an agricultural property.
Well, I have told you this story, and I'm going to refresh your memory on this story. When I was on the Board of Equalization, okay?
You run this county.
What?
You run this county.
I did at that time. But anyway, I was on the Board of Equalization.
Which is basically an appeals board.
I was up at the courthouse one day, and this gentleman here that owns some property in Monroe County really just started complaining to me. It's like, hey, you put too high taxes on my property. I said, stop. I did not do it. The tax assessors did it. And I looked at him and I said, okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will pay you for what it's on the tax book for. Like hell you will.
It wasn't big enough.
No, it wasn't big enough. You know, his property was more valuable than he thought it was. I just had to laugh. I've mentioned that. So.
That's human nature, isn't it? Well, Irma was not a nice visitor. She cut power to thousands of homes in Monroe County, and I believe as we take this on Friday, there's some people done. I don't know, maybe up in Blunt that still don't have power.
No, I think I tell you, I want to commend Central Georgia, EMC. I mean, they have. I think Central Georgia, which is most unusual for them, by the way, is they came out and they really did fantastic work. But I've got friends down in Macon that still don't have electricity.
Yeah.
They're on Georgia Power.
I'm hearing the most complaints.
If you go, your family, did you lose power at all?
For about 12 hours.
That's what I did.
I'm hearing the most complaints about Georgia Power.
Yeah.
You know, they only have a handful of homes in Monroe County, in Betsy Lynn and a few other places, maybe at the training center. And I've heard more complaints from Georgia Power folks, but
The Telegraph showed those pictures today though from Shirley Hills. There was a lot of tree damage in Macon. That's part of the problem.
yeah, you know, if you look at the map,
Lots of power lines.
they put out a map of the state of Georgia with the wind speeds that reached in each community, and like Macon got hit with like 60-mile-an-hour gusts, and Monroe County, for some reason, once they got to like the fall line, it turned into 40.
Did it?
You know,
It
40
must
maxed
have-
out at 40.
It must have respected the county line.
Well, those gnats generate a lot of energy, you know.
There may have been a couple moments where it got up to 50 or 60 miles, but I didn't have that kind of wind consistently either.
Yeah.
No.
So,
Well, it's again, Monroe County, and you know, I want to commend Monroe County citizens because again, in time of need, in time of emergency, Monroe County citizens, they come together. They come together, and you know, it makes you feel really good.
Yeah, the story this week is full. You know, some people complain, we want more positive news. Well, if you didn't buy this week's paper, then you have no right to complain about not enough positive news.
unless you were confused by the headline.
Oh my gosh. Irma made us all say gosh, but there was a lot of happy, sweet stories about the community, the churches rallying to welcome people into the community.
Well, here's a story for y'all to investigate. You know, this is one of my pet peeves, covering disasters with FEMA for 12 years.
You only have one?
And I know that you are diametrically opposed to what I'm fixing to say, Will, but gouging, you know, it's, there's a filling station right up here on 42, is the day before the storm hit, the gas was $2.70 something. The day the storm hit, it was $2.95. You know, that just ain't right. You know, and I just wonder if there was any gouging. Did y'all hear any reports of gouging?
I tend to side with Will on this one. The supply and demand is a
One man's gouging is another man's free market.
Well, you know, when y'all have not seen people
But-
involved in a disaster.
But a lot of it too was
You know, it's just like
oil
down in
refineries in
Florida.
Texas had to play a lot of
Just
role in the.
Yeah.
like down in Florida, and I guess you totally agree with this, Will. A case of water that sells for $3.95, they were charging $19.95. So you agree with that? Is
Well,
that
Here's
correct?
the deal. What I would say is no thanks. I'll drive to Alabama
No.
and get some.
Well,
People have the freedom, and I believe in the free market, and I believe that during times where there's finite resources for an infinite demand, that pricing is the best way to allocate those resources. The free market asks people to
I am
allocate things
totally,
by market
I'm
forces.
totally in favor of free market. Don't get me wrong.
Except when hurricanes.
Hurricanes, fires,
What if there's
tornadoes,
thunderstorms?
you know,
At what point do we suspend the free market and tell people but there was a real opportunity for Monroe County. I think our restaurants and hotels did very well.
Barbara Diddley Doodley Mike's chief, man.
Out the door.
Out the door. You know, I didn't hear any of them running out of hamburgers or hot dogs. But
Some restaurants had to throw out a lot of food from the.
Yeah.
I went to a barbecue restaurant last night. I was a little nervous whether they had maybe tried to resuscitate some of their. I should have asked them how long they lost power.
You
for.
want to hear a funny story?
Yeah.
North Carolina had a hurricane that come through up there.
Well, the way you
And
said
so
that.
they called me,
Hurricane.
I was asked would I go up and help the PIO for the North Carolina Emergency Management Agency. And this was quite an honor for me. The governor's airplane came down and picked me up. And I flew on the governor's airplane and had a pack of peanuts and a Coca-Cola. But anyway, up in that area of North Carolina, I still have this picture of the front page of the Raleigh, North Carolina paper of hogs that had flooded because that was a big hog farming area. So after a couple of days, since we were pulling 18 and 20-hour shifts, they said, hey, we need to feed these people. They served barbecue. No, I didn't have anything. And there was one other little funny story too. One of the North Carolina GBI officials came in and said, we've got explosions happening. And we all just perked up. Oh no. And he said, yeah, those hogs get bloated and they explode.
Ugh.
Anyway, okay, that's my story.
So if you want to barbecue today, you probably don't want it anymore.
No.
But
I can still eat it.
You like barbecue, Rick?
I like barbecue.
but I've never seen traffic like it was around here this week. School was canceled Monday through Wednesday. Three churches opened up as shelters. New Providence Baptist Church had about 80 evacuees
Methodist
there.
Church did too, didn't they?
Methodist Church had meals for them. They had 200 people at a dinner they did for the evacuees.
That's just great.
I think that was on Friday or Saturday night. New Beginnings Church on Juliet Road was a shelter, and I'm not sure how many evacuees they had.
Did they open
And Maynard Baptist
Maynard
was a shelter.
Did they open the National Guard Army for victory?
I haven't.
They did not because the guard got deployed. There wasn't anybody there to man it, to staff it.
Well, back during the snowstorm, when we had whatever year that was, the National Guard Army was also open for.
Well, they sent the guard members down to Valdosta to the
They did?
coast in case it
Wow.
got worse down there. So I think we had one person at the Forsyth location all weekend to keep it, you know, make
Keep the
sure.
lights on.
Protect all the guns.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all this question. Axe.
I was gonna say survey the damage, but sure, protect all the
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Protect the guns. Do you think that, there were some, in I-16, the route from Macon to Savannah, they closed off one side to make everything, because
Right.
some people, they make both all
that
lanes.
was a bust this time. It only lasted 4 hours.
That's right.
They flipped it back at lunchtime.
Well, that was what I was going to ask. There's some people that said that 75 should be done this
That would
way,
have been better at the time. But
especially with the traffic coming out.
Well,
of
I
Florida.
tell you what,
You think-
we need the 4-lane Highway 42, and we need particularly around Blunt.
It was bad.
It was absolutely terrible.
I always check my map. I have a little traffic map.
Right.
It shows you where the red areas
can we put a
are.
bypass back on the agenda for the?
T-Splosh.
You know what, don't take me there.
I'm just saying, this
Monroe County's trying to get
might
too
have shown
much.
the need for a bypass.
If Eric Wilson
That
was,
dog ain't gonna hunt.
if Eric Wilson was a strong dog politician, he'd have pulled that off. But the other counties said that's too much. $40 million is too much for Monroe.
Well, you know
County.
what,
I
I
think you show some
honestly,
visual
I
evidence.
think that's gonna get so unvoted for.
I can't wait to vote against it. I love voting against
Well, what about
taxes.
what about East Block?
I'll vote against that.
I will too, I am too. I don't pull
It's
any.
all about the children. Well,
Huh?
How do you
Sure,
vote?
y'all school. I don't wanna go there with y'all.
it's all about upgrading that press box.
Hey,
That's
you know
not
what
part
they
of
could
it. I'm
do?
just kidding.
They could get somebody to sponsor the press box like they do at Georgia, like I mentioned in my.
Then they wouldn't need tax money.
Then
I'm all
they
for
wouldn't need
that.
tax money, yeah.
In case any MP people were watching this, their press box is actually better than most of the press boxes I go to.
Well,
I love for them
you
to
got
say-
you got a scoreboard that's sponsored. Why don't you? Hey, dude, that ought to be one of your things. Get
Ladies
some-
and gentlemen,
hey,
welcome to
get
the Monroe
Macon-
County Reporter Press
Get the
Box.
Get the Macon Telegraph to support it.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't see that.
I'm joking. That was facetious. Anyway.
I heard the online crew's going to be up there tonight to do the game for the.
Yeah, they'll have a tailgate party here on TV, WMAZ.
But I mean,
Who did we play Friday night?
the people who do the statewide games are coming for this game tonight.
Oh,
The
for
radio,
Mary Person's
yeah.
speech.
I forgot the name of the radio.
Is this Georgia Public
website.
Broadcasting or
Is it GPB?
is this that
It's the
National High School
yeah,
Football?
that one.
That was this
Anyway,
past
I'm waiting
Friday
for him
night.
to kick me out of the booth in favor of them
Yeah.
tonight. I'm expecting that.
Well, let's just go on record. Richard, you have already stuck your neck out and predicted a Peach County win, and
Yeah, I'm pretty confident.
Peach
now.
County has looked really good this year.
Is this homecoming too, by the way?
No, they moved it. The storm.
Irma,
Hurricane.
Oh my gosh, they have postponed homecoming.
Chill.
He got it.
Yeah, remind me, excuse me, I'm gonna go over here and throw up.
Medea approves. Tyler
Yeah,
Perry up in Atlanta.
It was supposed to be homecoming
So it's moved to,
Friday night was supposed to be homecoming and they postponed.
to October 20th, I think.
yeah. West Large is looking kind of down this year. That might be a better fit for a homecoming cupcake.
So
Don't worry though, Peach has probably already
okay.
told all their players. So
Yeah.
they think with a homecoming.
They wanted to be
Okay,
homecoming.
let's put dude on the spot, you want to?
He already predicted the score.
What would you predict? Say it to our people out there on
I
radio
don't
and
remember what I put
TV.
on paper. I think it's
27-17.
27-17.
27-17.
It might
Peach
get
County.
worse.
Might get
Yeah.
It might
worse.
get worse.
It might get Irma'd.
It might be bad.
I hope we can keep it close. You know, Richard talked.
I think Peach is going to win the championship this year at AAA. That's
Oh,
what I
okay.
think, so.
That's the reason you're betting.
Yeah.
Okay.
last year
We're good too, but we're not as good as they are.
Last year the Bulldogs got up 19-0 on the Trojans down in Fort Valley, and boy, that was the best we looked. That's the best we looked all year, except for the first quarter of that Cartersville game against a powerful team. And then the air attack from the Trojans just absolutely carved up our secondary.
I gotta ask y'all.
Little by little. Not a lot of big plays.
Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, I'm sure it was 20 dinky passes maybe.
Okay, I gotta ask y'all a political question. Now that we're through talking about sports. We through talking about sports?
Sure.
Okay, how can you cancel an election?
Because only one person qualifies.
I didn't understand that either. I thought that was ridiculous.
I think it's ridiculous. What if you wanted, as I pointed out, what if you wanted to do a write-in
They said there
candidate?
had to be eligible write-ins, and they had a week to announce themselves as a potential write-in candidate. But I mean, what if Mickey Mouse wanted to be the?
That's right.
He couldn't announce.
That's right. That's right. I don't understand it. That ain't right.
I don't understand that either.
That was
Did
the
the city of
Colonial-
Forsyth, just for city of Cologne, did the city of Forsyth council that
Yeah,
election?
it's both of them, and they were gleeful because they had to spend less money on the ballots and everything.
Oh, jeez.
That's our perk for not having anybody run for office, is we don't have to have one.
Again, they should not cancel it. If I wanted to go write somebody, you can write, on a write-in, you can write anybody in. You don't have to qualify as a write-in.
We
Do
did
you?
take office.
We do have two contested races. County Board of Commissioners, District 4. We'll have a face-off between Barry Peters and who the brother of the former commissioner. Barry is also a member of the Development Authority, as Don pointed out, as Colin Sweet Georgia Mommy, owner of the Brokery Real Estate Company. He's running. And then the third candidate is Randy Gonzalez, retired fire captain from High Falls. We will have a debate. The reporter is co-hosting a debate with the High Falls Civic Club on September the 20th.
First, isn't it? Is it 21st?
Night.
Oh, I don't know.
Late. Hold on, I'll look on my
How about
calendar.
8th? Are we co-hosting?
Yes.
Let's see, that's
Thursday.
Just to announce also the night the taxes are going to be decided upon for the school board and
Oh
the county.
gosh.
So you're on your own on that one.
No problem. The 28th of September, and Richard will have the tax beat. And then we also have a county board of education race between Steve Coleman and Miss Priscilla Doster, the sister of the late Dr. J.
What is
Grant.
Steve Coleman's crash for fame to run?
He's was the county surveyor. They shut down his job, so now he's got to run for school board.
He was in favor of that.
Yeah.
That's happening all over the state. That's
Yeah, probably a good move.
so now. Does that mean that the county, since he's no longer county surveyor, that the county can hire him to do the surveying on the county line?
I don't.
That's called a get-rich scheme.
They've already hired so many people. I don't know if they can hire anymore.
Well, Steve's kids went to school here, and he was former president of the MP Touchdown Club, so he's got a lot of ties.
Oh, he's in.
And he's also the incoming president of the Chamber of Commerce. Which one is he going to resign?
Well, we'll see
Chamber.
if he gets elected. Yeah, chamber. If he gets elected for school board.
After they sell their building to the city.
They're still in negotiation.
Yeah, I hear.
You know what? It's just, I tell you what's going to happen on that building. You brought this up. For 2 years, we waited on the train museum. Nothing happened, so we withdrew our offer. The city, from what I understand, they're in negotiation, and as one person told me, it will probably take 1.5 to 2 years to get the details worked out on the chamber building in the city.
City playing hardball again?
No, they're
Just
playing
like-
ignorant.
Drag their feet.
No, they're playing
All right,
ignorant.
let me ask you a question. I think it's our responsibility as the local newspaper and the legal organ of the county to host a debate for the Board of Education. Where, is there any public building in that district that would be a place to host a debate? Or should we just do it in the
What about
city?
Monroe?
Is that part of that district?
It's
Colloded, no? Sort of toward
No, it's-
Colloded.
yeah.
84.
Smart.
Monroe is covered by its district, it's toward this other way.
What about Smart?
Small included?
Hey,
No,
No,
that's,
that's,
the.
I know where you
Sure.
could have it.
Yeah,
I know where you could have it. You could have it in Macon at the
Christmas tree farm.
No, in Macon at the Coliseum, since almost those people that live in that district are bowling agents.
I think they colluded in Chevron.
Yeah, and the round, inside the roundabout.
It's, okay, in the middle there?
Yeah, in the middle of the roundabout. Nice weather, fall weather. I think, well, look for that. It'll be in the paper. We're
I just
gonna
want to state for the record that we informed the High Falls Civic Club that a lot of the taxpayers who would be interested in that particular election are going to be preoccupied that
Yeah.
night, and they didn't want to move the date.
Yeah. What is going on with county and school board taxes? What are the plans this year? You know, Bibb County is hiking taxes big time. So what are we doing?
The counties can't go up more than 1.5 mils. That's the max that they.
The county can always raise the taxes.
No, they can't lower.
I mean, they can
lower it.
set the millage, but they can't raise it
Can't raise it
anymore than after it's been set, but they can lower the
But
millage.
they are going up at least 1 mil because the taxpayers approved that with the referendum of the hospital, so there's no question it'll be at least 1 mil. Whether it'll be 1.5 mils, we'll just see how the budget
Yeah.
process goes.
We'll see how much
School-
Mary Evans runs his mouth
Schools
with.
kept it the same, but the rollback rate changed, so they're actually going up slightly.
Yeah.
Bibb,
All right, let's talk about one more.
Bibb County increased by 3 mils. That's just the county. What did the school board of Bibb County do?
I don't know.
I'm gonna find out. Because that's gonna make even more people move to Monroe County because, I mean, it's such a big difference. You could save hundreds of dollars a year just by moving.
They're gonna become bowling agents or
Exactly.
Smartites?
Swear.
Martians.
Smartians.
I like Smartians, but
That's a great name.
yeah, Smartians. I like that one too. But you know, you had another story. Is it the dude now there, when they named Matt Perry the new EMS chief, but it wasn't a 100% vote.
Well, it never is. You know, they always have to humiliate the new hire before they can officially
tradition.
enshrine him into.
Give him a little humility.
Yeah, I mean, the other candidate, Mr. Frank Edwards, he was from North Carolina, had some good credentials, was down in Florida, he was the chief of Pensacola and of Escambia County, which is, I think, the county Pensacola's in. And, but Matt's been here forever, he's
The headline on that story about Matt, you should put this "good old boys win again."
Yeah. And there's truth to that, but he's a pretty good
Hey, that was-
EMA director. And he,
Well, that was, actually the reasons they gave was that he's local and he's been here forever. He knows everybody. That's
Okay.
They didn't even
not
try to cover it
the
up.
only thing though.
Just-
No, that's you've got an International Development Authority. I think you call
He
it.
ain't from around here.
He ain't from around here.
No.
Okay, let's go to the city. You got an economic development director for the city that ain't from here.
Matt,
Yeah.
Michael Norris.
Michael Norris, so you know.
By the way, speaking of Michael Norris, this is the 3rd anniversary of the death of Sheriff's Deputy Michael Norris, who was
A different one.
killed in the line of duty.
Yeah, different Michael.
He was
He was
killed,
a sheriff's deputy.
He was
He ain't got nothing to do with industrial.
killed in the line of duty, and this week's paper has a double-page spread remembering him and just reminding people that we give a scholarship. The Reporter has a scholarship that we give every year in his memory. This past year, we were able to give 2 scholarships because of generous donations from Monroe County folks, and so these businesses that are sponsoring that page this week have part of the proceeds from those advertisements will go towards the scholarship.
That's absolutely fantastic.
And there's also an ATV ride this past Saturday. It's too late now, but hopefully a lot of people participated. That's another fundraiser for the scholarship. So good to see the community make something good out
Have
of
they
something so
awarded
bad.
that scholarship to anybody yet?
Oh yeah, we do it at Senior Honors Night in May every year.
Okay.
And actually, both recipients come from law enforcement families that want to stay in law enforcement, allows them to go to college. One of them was the son of Brad Freeman, one of our leaders, shift commanders in the sheriff's office, and Tay Gerald, who is at I believe Fort Valley State. So two bright young men that we just want to encourage people, because you see somebody get killed. A lot of people say, "Why should I go into law enforcement?" And it's so important, Don, that good people go into law enforcement, that we give an incentive to encourage people to do it, because what you don't want is to be stuck with the bottom of the barrel going into law enforcement, because people of bad character that are open to bribes make a bad name for law enforcement and for everybody.
When I was public information officer at the training center, and I'll be the first one to say that, hey, there were a lot of good officers out there that were going through that training. But as we're seeing all across America right now, is when law enforcement supposedly steps out of their oath or whatever and shoots somebody, it gives the whole law enforcement a bad name.
Yes, very true.
It's just, anyway, there's always going to be what is that expression, bad apple in the barrel. But now that bad apple affects the whole barrel.
The same discussion came up. Sean Spicer was on Jimmy Kimmel Live that night about the media and how one person's incorrect reporting causes people like Trump to say fake news and things like that, and it lumps everybody into.
You're right.
It hurts us here. Local papers trying to do the right thing. We get lumped in with these.
This used to stick in the craw of law enforcement officers. When reporters covered a story and the person was a former police officer 20 years ago, what do they say in the story? A former police officer.
True.
Yeah. But anyway. All right, we're good.
All right, we got about 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes left. Again, if you haven't got a copy of this week's paper, I recommend it highly. You can see all about how the community embraced these evacuees from Florida. Some good news, Don. One of the big issues we're hearing about, people want to know about internet service. That, hey, Monroe County would grow if we had better internet service. Well, AT&T has done something that kind of caught us by surprise.
You could have the school board debate out at the new cell tower.
That's true, Hopewell Road.
You know what?
And we can live stream it with that fast internet.
Okay, all right, here's the question. That one cell tower stretches for how many? It serves an area of 2 miles.
The size of a flea on a dog.
And all
one of our school board candidates lives in that 2 miles. So
this is just what twerks me. All this hoopla about AT&T installing an internet tower. People living outside that 2 mile radius, guess what?
Nothing. SOL.
That's right. That's right, Younger. Don't get me.
But if you get positive word of mouth for how the service is and everything, AT&T might be willing to expand.
Yeah, I know what's going to happen. They're going to build a humongous subdivision within that 2 mile radius.
Who's that?
Any contractor can say, hey, we'll build your house. You've got internet service.
We'll see what the tax verdict is, and that might decide when.
Where do you think that verdict's coming down today? We're Wednesday.
I don't think we're going to be here all weekend discussing taxes.
Most young families would rather have a big cell phone tower, internet tower in their front yard than a big tree.
That's right. Well, we got a tree. It's a cell tower.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And I got to say one more thing.
Is it owned?
Is it what?
Is it owned?
What?
This tower in Blunt.
What tower?
Oh, I guess not.
The tower doesn't exist if it's not owned.
It's just a tree.
Just a tree. No, I got the compliment.
That was last week's paper. What are you doing?
Well, I'm going somewhere,
okay.
Will.
I got it.
Grab hold of
We'll
Bolingbroke. Bolingbroke, I think just does a fantastic job. Bolingbroke.
Got better wireless.
And they just, there's a lot of businesses down in Bolingbroke, and the reporter serves all these areas. So I think Bolingbroke is.
They're big contributors. Growing area of the county, one of the fastest growing areas. We're out of time, folks. Thanks for joining us.
Enjoyed it, y'all.
The Reporter on the Air. We're on TV and on radio on Forsyth Cable and Magic 100. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.